Welcome to the nation's #1 pro wrestling alternative, NWA Wildside. Stephen Prazak here along with DTD, Dan the Dragon. Acronyms, that's what the kids want today. Acronyms. You know what else they want? They want Hardcore Hell 2002. Oh, I'm mispronouncing it. Hardcore Hell 2002. I'm too old for this.
You gotta get it right.
That's right. It is so big. Hardcore Hell 2002 is so big. It's going to take 2 nights to fit it all in. March the 22nd, March the 23rd, a Friday and a Saturday night at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia, just 75 miles northeast of Atlanta. Fans, make your reservations for this major event. This is our WrestleMania, as they like to say. It's one of the big ones, Hardcore Hell 2002. But this week on NWA Wildside is another story altogether.
Well, the highway to Hardcore Hell begins tonight on NWA Wildside, your main event, for the hideous altercation we saw with Adam Jacobs laying the lumber on AJ Styles, for lack of a better word, in the ring. In the interview segment I had, Adam Jacobs, AJ Styles, going to be taking each other on the Wildside Heavyweight Championship on the line. Also on the card, the #1 contendership to the Wildside Junior Heavyweight title held by Jeremy Lopez up for grabs as Todd Sexton takes on Jimmy Rave. Gabriel of the Lazz Boys, after that tremendous beating of Azrael, he's not going to be around, but he's going to be taking on Homicide in a team captain's match. All that, fans, and much, much more. Don't go anywhere.
Say that because Gabriel's out here by himself. Good Lord, the chair pretty much clocked Rainman, and it's Homicide. And Gabriel mixing it up in the middle of the ring.
Well, they've unleashed the demon, so to speak, in Gabriel by attacking poor Azrael, putting him out of action. He couldn't make it, as you saw that vicious attack last week. Not here this week. We have no idea where in the hell Azrael is recuperating in the middle of nowhere somewhere, I am sure. And we got Homicide against Gabriel one-on-one this week, and this is going to be one hot encounter, Stephen. Oh, my goodness, Rainman pulled down the top rope.
Well, things are okay for Gabriel right now, but it's not promising at all because both members of Blackout are here and only one Lost Boy. The cards once again are stacked against Gabriel. Good Lord! What a way to start off this week on Wildside.
Gabriel is doing very well for himself, avoiding this competition at all costs. But the numbers of Blackout are surely going to get to him, and they're doing just that right before our very eyes.
As the road, or should I say the highway to Hardcore Hell continues. Hardcore Hell here at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. So big it's got to take 2 nights to hold it all. March 22nd, March 23rd. Uh-oh, what? You gonna tell me a 3rd night?
No, you got that wrong. It's not Hardcore Hell, it's Hardcore Hell.
You know, I'd throw out my hip if I tried saying it like that.
Knee to the back. Homicide has Gabriel buried in a second rope. Gabriel, the Archangel, one of the children of the night, the Lost Boys. The most bizarre individuals in a Wildside. Cryptic are their actions, but in the ring, they get the job done week in and week out. Dynamic tag team for the Wildside, but Gabriel not used to wrestling as a single. That is a hindrance, especially when the tag team partner and co-tag team champion Rainman is on the outside.
That's true. Once again, the odds are stacked against Gabriel. Frankly, I think he's too lost to even notice it. But we've seen Gabriel as well as Azrael in some dire straits, only to come out victorious in the end. but things are not very promising for Gabriel, one half of the Lost Boys, as we start things off this week on NWA Wildside.
Homicide with a choke in the corner. They're on Gabriel, but Gabriel fighting back. Look at him fighting back against a much larger Homicide. That was good reversal. Gabriel goes hard into the turnbuckle. His spine may have given in.
Boy, Homicide just having it all his way with one half of the Lost Boys, Gabriel.
Well, Gabriel is certainly at a size disadvantage and a disadvantage in numbers. Homicide, 260 plus pounds. A good 6'3". This guy is not a man you would want to meet in a dark alley anywhere. Big power slam by Homicide. They call him the urban legend. He's been one of the most sadistic individuals in the history of Wildside, one of the most outspoken as well. Lazz to take on Air Paris. They've got a score to settle. A sunset flip in the ring by Gabriel. Homicide breaks it up. Gabriel fighting back against the odds here. Big clothesline. Gabriel's in a world of hurt and certainly in a handicap without his tag team partner, Azrael.
The Lost Boys together are just so unpredictable and capable of such incredible violence, with only one of them here. That violence can only be cut in half. And Rainman just clocked Gabriel.
Homicide going for a backdrop driver, swinging around into a bulldog. Beautiful maneuver by the urban legend, showing he can wrestle. And that's been a chip on his shoulder as of late. And Bill Barnes told him he couldn't. And Homicide's been cranking out the wrestling moves. I've seen more wrestling from this guy.
What the? Rainman is... Did he trip?
Rainman just got pulled under the ring.
Hey, wait a second. Here's Azrael.
He just threw a fireball in the face of Homicide.
God, you can smell the burnt flesh. What the hell?
He just threw a fireball in his face.
Azrael emerges from under the ring, sucking in Rainman in the attempt, throwing a fireball in the face of Homicide.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Gabriel.
Looks like Azrael was not as nearly as injured as we thought. Looks like Danica and the Hardcore Princess having some words and some... It's a catfight. Here comes Andrew Thomas. I figured he'd accept the referee this match. Watch your hands, Thomas. Keep them where we can see them. Andrew Thomas pretty much trying to get Danica in a bit of a quasi-full Nelson here. Uh-oh, dear. It's New Jack. Straight from the XPW Wars out of Los Angeles. And Andrew Thomas is running for his life and taking the Hardcore Princess with him.
Are you happy? Are you happy, Jeff Bailey? Are you happy? What's it gonna take? You get a car, you run over little Jimmy Rave. Then you come after me. You put Iceberg out there. He gets to take the ice pick to my forehead. What's he gonna take? What's he gonna take? You can't hurt me. You cannot freaking hurt me. You can make me bleed. I've bled before. Rick Michaels has tried to hold me down. Bill Behrens knows that I am the #1 contender for that belt. Bill Behrens knows that I will stop at nothing to get that belt. AJ Styles, you're a hell of a man. You are a hell of a man, and you prove it every single night. But it's my time. It is my time to show the world that David Young can stand on his own 2 feet. He doesn't need somebody to hold him up. So when you see me, you know this, Jeff Bailey. Your ass is on my hit list. Rick Michaels, you are on my hit list. And AJ Styles, you are on my hit list. I will be the next Wildside heavyweight champion. Mark my words.
if the cameras can pick it up. Knight has grabbed the horseshoe of Big Henry Haas. Speedy Nelson just got clocked with that elbow. Oh my God. Knight just KO'd Big Henry Haas with his own horseshoe. Speedy Nelson calling for the bell. Suffice to say, a disqualification. I don't care. Knight would care one way or another. Boy, Knight is just trying to dismantle Henry Haas with his own horseshoe. Winning the match, it seems to be not even on the agenda of Terry Knight this week. Knight going downstairs, grabbing a chair. Knight goes charging in head first.
Like Haas lost a tooth on that encounter.
He only has 3. Boy, the feathers are flying here this week on Wildside. Terry Knight was obviously not here for a wrestling match. He just wanted to take out Henry Haas once and for all. Oh, good Lord. Dropping an elbow on that chair, which was already on top of the fallen Haas. Haas is already busted wide open. And Terry Knight emerges with a job well done. Written all over his face.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official result of this contest, a no contest.
Cooter Calhoun in to check on his fallen partner. But the damage has already been done. Takes a lot to take out that big man. But Terry Knight managed to pull that baby off this week in no uncertain terms, unfortunately starting off with Henry Haas's very own horseshoe. I've never seen Henry Haas in remotely this bad shape. However, as happy-go-lucky as Big Henry Haas is, when there are issues on his mind, you do not want to be in the crosshairs of the man from Charleston, Tennessee. That is Big Henry Haas. Coming up next, it's Lazz and Air Paris this week on NWA Wildside. Good Lord! Iceberg charging after Lazz. Lazz expecting Air Paris. He getting out of the way.
Air Paris has already beaten you, Lazz. So tonight, you've got the Iceberg.
Oh, good Lord!
Come on!
What a change of plans!
Unless you're too scared. I know that you're a gutless coward and you'd rather be at home counting your T-cells, but tonight you are gonna bathe in your own blood because the Iceberg is gonna cut you up. Put the count on him, Speedy. Get him in the ring. We don't have all night. I want to see him bleed.
Jeff Bailey.
You're gonna die tonight, Lazz. You want to screw with the NWA Elite? It's gonna be nothing but endless nights of terror, humiliation, hopelessness, and helplessness because you can't compete with the NWA Elite. You don't belong out here. You ought to be on some street corner.
Lazz has got the no-pain train this week, and that's not who he was expecting. He was expecting Air Paris. All Lazz can do is get out of the way of Iceberg, the massive quarter-ton-plus Iceberg.
You can't hurt the Iceberg. He's indestructible. Get in the ring. The harbinger of sorrow wants your blood.
The harbinger of sorrow usually gets whatever he wants.
If I weigh 600 pounds, I get what I want.
Lazz attempting a pin.
Want to see my Iceberg? Yes! Oh!
Lazz is attacking this the best way possible, and that's just to get out of the way. Lazz is a pretty crafty guy, but what are you going to do with a guy who weighs more than 500 pounds than you do?
He can't even move it. He can't even move it. He's barely staggering the guy.
Oh, yeah. Choke the life out of him, Berg. You're a killer. Oh, what the hell is that, referee?
This drum kick. Iceberg still not going off his feet.
He's staggering a little bit, but Lazz is going up to the top turnbuckle. And a drop kick still doesn't knock down the mighty Iceberg. What will it take? A super kick, still not enough.
Well, the only thing that had a remote effect on him was the low blow. And Jeff G. Bailey putting his...
Now it's time. Oh, yeah, Iceberg, you know what to do. You're a killer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's too easy for him, Berg. Do it again. Oh, make him bleed internally tonight. Shut the hell up, you piece of garbage. Oh, that's right. No, it's too easy, Iceberg. I want him to pay the ultimate price tonight.
This is torture.
You know what to do.
Well, Bailey's commentary of the match.
Yes.
Get in.
Oh!
Oh, it's too much fun. Well, it looks like it's time to kill Lazarus once and for all.
And in comes Jason
Drop
Cross.
him right on his head, Jason. Oh, yeah, snap his neck. Get on him. Stay on him. You want to play with Adam Jacobs, Lazz? Who the hell do you think you are? Splash him, Berg. Get you another one. Hey, Cooter. Tonight you're gonna die. How does that feel? Throw that garbage out my ring. Get him out the ring, Jason. Get that crap out of here. Who the hell is this? Who the hell are you?
Young Mike Pigman.
Oh, yeah. There's another one. Oh, God.
17 years old, come
Who
on.
the hell is this midget? Hey, we don't use midgets here. Who the hell are you? Get him back in.
Young Scott Cage.
Bird, get this one too. Get that masked midget. Go down and get that piece of crap. Oh, yeah. Who the hell are you? Set him up. Put him on top of him and splash them both.
Iceberg and Jason Cross destroying everybody in
You
sight.
don't belong in my building, and you're gonna find out what. Get this loser too. I don't know who the hell these pieces of crap think they are, but tonight they're all gonna die. Oh yeah. Get the garbage out the ring. Oh, what the hell?
Here comes Adam Jacobs.
All that Adam Jacobs out here with his lumber again.
You know, I mean, there is that restraining order, although Jacobs is out here on his own.
It's time to lay the lumber. Get him up, Jason. We're gonna split your head open like a melon tonight, you painted up piece of crap.
Tank's got a saw.
Oh my God, holy.
My God, it's Tank coming through the front door, and he's got a chainsaw. The NWA Elite Scatter. Hell, who would?
Run!
My God, run for your damn life!
I don't believe what I just saw was that a chainsaw. Tank coming out here, going after his arch nemesis.
Oh my God. Lost boys, I don't think you know what you just did, buddy. What you did was you pissed us off. You want to be the most evil squad in Wildside, but you're not. The most evil, you're looking at them. Now you're going to find out in hardcore hell just how bad we are when we stomp your asses under the ring. There's two things that my mom taught me. Number one, you play with fire, you get burned. Number two is if you're gonna do something, finish the job. I'm still standing, you sorry piece of... And when I get my hands on you, I'm gonna prove that you are the lesser of two evils. And when I get my hands on you, oh, you think a burn's gonna stop me? They made me put this on. But what I'm gonna put on you, Ajax won't take off. So the next time you see my face, you best turn your bitch
down and run to the middle of nowhere. But when you get there, you're gonna find me standing there with a machete, and I'm gonna carve your bitch. Believe me, you did this. I give you props. But the props will never stop when we beat the unholy out of you. It's not about this anymore, Lost Boys. It's about heart, and it's about soul, and it's about... Believe me when I say this. Oh, it's gonna be hardcore hell. It's gonna be the nastiest scene. Fright night is like a daycare because what we're gonna do is put your punk asses down forever. I'm not gonna put it on my soul. I'm gonna put it on your soul. Believe it. Your worst nightmare is coming true.
A matchup between two friends. But once again, once that bell rings, the friendship is put on hold, is put on that back burner. But there's a lot riding this week in this match. It is a #1 contendership match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. That belt that is held by the illustrious Jeremy Lopez. Or Jerlo to his friends, but he doesn't have any friends. But it's Rave and Sexton. The crowd is pretty much torn between who to cheer for here.
Should be a tremendous wrestling matchup here.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a wrestling clinic. And interestingly, although both competitors have very similar body types, the style of wrestling is actually entirely different. Definitely very aerially based, but an entirely different attack. I think the combination of styles should be quite a unique, noteworthy event this week on Wildside.
Front change applied by Rave. Wilson, little mat work there by Rave and Sexton here. Sexton makes his way to the ropes.
And as important as this match, the main event this week is even more so. AJ Styles, the Wildside Heavyweight Champion, putting that title on the line against Adam Jacobs, who we saw just last week laying the lumber, a piece of lumber literally cracking across the back of the champion. This week, Jacobs gets that chance at that championship.
Side headlock takeover.
It's more than he deserves, if you ask me.
Oh, definitely. By the original Ecstasy Jimmy Rave, head scissors by Sexton. Rave rolls through into a pinning combination. Sexton rolls through pinning combination of his own. Double leg takedown, rolling cradle. Sexton going for a bridge to no avail.
Because you know that Todd Sexton and Jimmy Rave will figure into Hardcore Hell 2002. I'm sorry, Hardcore Hell.
It's not hardcore, it's a Hardcore Hell. You gotta say it right.
Are you channeling Paul Lee or something?
Boston Crab by Jimmy Rave in the ring, roll through. Another pinning combination. Tremendous sportsman-like wrestling contest here.
And a very appreciative crowd here. Uh-oh, the
What
Junior
the
Heavyweight
hell
Champion,
is this?
Jeremy Lopez. He's coming up to the announcing booth. Oh my God, Jeremy Lopez with a microphone. It's a fate worse than death. Go on, Prazak. It's doing fine, Jerry. You're looking for, these are the #1 contendership here between Jimmy Rave and Todd Sexton, but I get the impression you don't think this Sexton guy is worth it.
No, I don't think so at all. I believe that, I hope Jimmy Rave beats the piss out of him because he made me he tried to embarrass me last week. I'm trying to teach him something, and he tried to outschool me last week. I did not appreciate that.
Well, I'm sure he didn't do it to get your appreciation. I mean, he wants this Junior Heavyweight Championship. There's a locker room full of people who want it. Matter of fact, one of them is your good friend, Tony Mamaluke, who's coming down the aisle right now.
He may want it, but he ain't getting it. He can try as hard as he wants, but that's not going to happen.
Well, I understand. I mean, Kaz Hayashi tried as good as he could last week here on Wildside and almost wrestled it from you, but due to some weird quirk, you emerged with that belt. But Todd Sexton, I mean, he is definitely a contender. You've got to admit, he is really a contender for this belt.
Yeah, he's all right. He got trained by
He's all right!
Shawn Michaels, okay. He did pretty good, getting the right trainer and stuff, but Shawn Michaels is no Dean Malenko.
Well, two different peas in an entirely different pod. But I mean, you can't discount everything that Sexton has accomplished. It's quite a bit.
Like what?
Well, everything. Going that Super J tournament at the at the Globe Theater in Atlanta, Georgia. He won that thing.
Oh, no. I won that thing.
But I mean, he got the right to face you for that title. Yes, you emerged with that title still around your waist.
You know, I think Sexton didn't go to class the one day that Shawn Michaels taught the most very important lesson you can learn. Never turn your back on your opponent. And that's what happened last week. He turned his back, and guess what? He had that belt slammed right against his head.
In all honesty, it was a lesson that Todd Sexton needed to learn, and he learned it from the junior heavyweight champion yourself, Jeremy Lopez. No argument here. But I mean, the one-loss record from Sexton, I mean, speaks for itself. I mean, it's extraordinary. Yeah. What do you mean, It's extraordinary. Look at Rave attempting a flying body on Sexton. Sexton rolling out of weight just a nick of time. But at ringside, Tony Mamaluke, a contender for junior heavyweight status, if you ask me as well.
I have all the respect for Tony Mamaluke. I'll give it. I give him a shot anytime, any place, and he knows that. But Sexton, where has Sexton been? He has not been to WCW, he has not been to ECW, and he has not been to Japan. All he has been here.
I know, but then again, he's in the race for the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Championship. He has been here at Wildside, fighting tooth and nail with a one-loss record that is one of the more extraordinary ones ever here at Wildside. What on earth? Mamaluke and Jimmy Rave. And Mamaluke just threw Rave head first into the ring post.
You see, people who face me should have a history of wrestling, like Hayashi. He came from Japan. He's been all over. They ain't got a chance to face me. I gotta take care of some business real quick.
Old Jeremy Lopez, the junior heavyweight champion, heading down to the ring. And Todd Sexton, I guess, attempting. Look at it's Lopez and Mamaluke having a bit of a shoving match. But I don't think Lopez or Mamaluke realize that Sexton and Jimmy Rave are looming over their very heads. There is trouble afoot. And Sexton and Rave, they both launch over the top rope. Looks like referee Jimmy Rivers is throwing this match out.
Stereo dives by Rave and Sexton, and Jimmy Rivers throwing this one out.
Suffice to say, it was supposed to be a contendership match for the number one contender. I guess the question is still there.
Para super kicks. And out of the ring go Lopez and Mamaluke.
Please don't ever leave me calling a match with Jeremy Lopez again.
I didn't want to call him with it.
Thanks a lot. But once again, who the number one contendership is for this belt? Because that's still a big question mark. I don't know what it's going to take. But Sexton and Rave were here, they're ready to show their best. They want that title. But as long as Lopez and Tony Mamaluke are around, that's going to be very difficult to determine who that contender is. What's it going to take then?
Truly, Rave and Sexton, tremendous matchup. Referee's official decision, a no contest. Let's hear it from Todd Sexton and Jimmy Rave.
A great contest for as long as it took place. I guess when it comes to that exciting contest, I think it's a safe bet. Count on your main event this week. It's all that Adam Jacobs going for the Wildside Heavyweight Championship, worn by the phenomenal AJ Styles. It's next. March 22nd and March the 23rd here at the NCW Arena. 2 nights of hardcore hell. NCW Arena is in Cornelia, Georgia, just 75 miles northeast of Atlanta. We would love to have you join us. Call, ring up on your internet, NWA-Wildside.com for all the details.
This is going to be one for the books. I'm really looking forward to it, especially after what happened last week on Wildside Television and that sneak attack perpetrated by Old Man Adam Jacobs, and they're exchanging blows early.
Obviously, AJ Styles and Adam Jacobs have met before, but not with so much riding, not with so much of an issue of the Wildside Heavyweight Championship. I mean, this is big doings. This is one of the most high-profile matches all that Adam Jacobs has ever been involved in. Jeff Bailey at ringside, Jeff Bailey on the ring apron. Jeff Bailey on the floor. Thanks for rejoining us. Stephen Prazak along with Dan, the Dragon Wilson, welcome you back to your main event this week on NWA Wildside as the NWA Wildside heavyweight champion, AJ Styles, puts it on the line against all that, Adam Jacobs.
Styles gets crushed on the top rope, hanging in a tree of woe position. Big baseball slide drop kick by Jacobs.
No one does that elevated baseball slide quite like all that Adam Jacobs. Jacobs has had his hands full in recent weeks with that problems with Lazz that he actually ended up with a restraining order on Lazz. Of course, we saw early on in this edition of Wildside, Lazz pretty systematically destroyed by Iceberg as Jeff Bailey is trying to destroy the champion AJ Styles with that damn shoe. That shoe has seen more wrestling time than J.J. Dillon's shoe.
That's a lot of wrestler skin.
That it is.
Scoop and a slam by all that Adam Jacobs.
The challenger is heading up top.
Jacobs on the top rope. Styles on the ground. AJ Styles spikes him down on the mat.
Jacobs goes face first, nose first, into the middle of that ring. Here at the NCW Arena, Bailey trying to shout some encouragement. Bailey was already clocked by the champion, AJ Styles, earlier on. Hope there's more abuse in store for our CEO.
Talking about clothesline by Styles. Springboard, high cross body. Jacobs ducks out of the way.
This match seems to be a battle of who can outguess, who can second guess their opponent. That's what it seems to be a test out here.
The right hand by Jacobs.
I mean, two guys who literally reinvent each other. They're constantly every time they get involved in the ring. It's a superplex for the challenger.
Big superplex off the top by all that Adam Jacobs. Looking for submission pinning combination. Fingers locked.
At least it wasn't one of those lackadaisical ones that he seems to do ad infinitum.
You can say what you want about Jacobs, and I'll say a whole hell of a lot about him. But he does want the Wildside Heavyweight Championship. And I think he's going to stop at nothing here in this matchup to get it.
Well, he got that championship title shot by clocking the champion AJ Styles with a piece of lumber. Not quite the lumber that he normally professes to lay all the time. But Styles, who we know has a bit of a hothead on the odd occasion, has decided to give Adam Jacobs that title shot that he so very much wants.
Jawbreaker by AJ Styles.
But there are a number of very other game competitors who certainly would qualify for contendership status for that Wildside heavyweight belt. No less than the new role model, Jason Cross, among others.
Inverted STF by AJ Styles. Rolling through. He calls that maneuver the death roll.
Works for me.
That was an inverted STF. Interestingly enough.
How can that be?
By logic, it's impossible, but AJ Styles defies logic each and every week.
Good, come back Dan. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Swift kick to the midsection by all that Adam Jacobs. Snapmare takeover. Jacobs off the ropes. Forearm shot to the throat. The larynx of AJ Styles and another.
Jacobs attacking the champion with a lot of firepower. Remember, Styles dished out a lot of punishment to Jacobs earlier on. Jacobs with a quick pin attempt, still not enough to pin that champion. A lot of people have had their hands full with AJ Styles, not just here at Wildside, but literally seems to be all over the United States.
Double knocker there with fists. Jacobs on the ropes, goes for a tornado DDT and connects.
Problem is that tornado DDT made Jacobs a little dizzy in the attempt.
Lateral press again, arrogance and lackadaisia. Jacobs does not bother to hook the leg.
That's true. Of course, he was able to make that pin with that a few seconds earlier. He might be the champion at this very minute, but Jacobs, he's on that top turnbuckle. Perhaps a bulldog jam. Yes, sir. It connects. I'm not champion.
We could have a Wildside heavyweight champion, but Jacobs neglected to hook the leg of AJ Styles. Jacobs let his ego get the better of him, and his ego just bit him in the ass.
I don't think the NCW arena is big enough for the ego of all that, Adam Jacobs.
Looks like he's going for a pile driver. He's got him hooked. Star Maker by AJ Styles.
But once again, the champion is not in any position to put an arm on top of the challenger. All that, Adam Jacobs. And the specter of CEO Jeff Bailey is at ringside. I hope he does not figure into this match. I don't know why I'm wasting my breath by saying that. I can dream, can't I?
Both men making their way to their feet. Styles the champion, Jacobs the challenger. Dug of a clothesline by AJ Styles. Kick to the midsection, kick to the face, and a super kick. But all that Adam Jacobs that absolutely turned Styles inside out.
The champion AJ Styles, a crumpled heap in the middle of that ring.
Indian deadlock with an armbar combination. Almost a surfboard, but not quite. All that Adam Jacobs.
However, friends, we have to take another quick break. We'll be back with more of this championship match right after this. Hang with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back up. Dan the Dragon Wilson along with Steve Prazak. Wildside heavyweight title on the line. AJ Styles, all that Adam Jacobs. You're watching the #1 professional wrestling alternative in the United States, NWA Wildside. Big right hit by all that Adam Jacobs. He senses the champion reeling. He senses the champion in his weaknesses. But AJ Styles counters with a sunset flip pin combination. Could be on no Jacobs reversal. Reversal by Styles. Styles picks him up. He's gonna look. The Styles clash.
He did! AJ Styles pinned the challenger.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still Wildside heavyweight champion, AJ Styles.
The Styles Clash has defeated many a game competitor. Bailey is furious. He's up on the ring apron. Not anymore. Styles had just clocked the CEO. Adam Jacobs brought his A game here tonight to the NCW arena.